Hi guys, welcome back to the amazing channel of Snow and Kaisley Show, and today we are back again with another topic of discussion of course. My good name is Snow.
I'm Kaisley,
and today we're discussing about
the realities of being a young adult, or rather what you realized. Okay, what made you realize that you've already become an adult?
Yeah, like I knew I was an adult when, so you know, like right now some of us are actually, okay, most of us, I know people watch this channel are mostly adults. So what made you realize actually, you know what, I'm an adult now? That's what we're discussing today.
So make sure that you engage down there on the comment section. Let us know what made you realize that you're an adult. Also guys, thank you so much for subscribing and coming back to our channel. If you're a returning subscriber, we don't take that for granted. We really do appreciate. And if you're new here, karibu sana. Feel at home. We love visitors, and make sure that you subscribe. Yeah, yes. So on the first point, can we go straight to the first point?
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I knew I was an adult when spending money rang a bell in like my mind, you know, like when I'm right now I'm very much aware of the importance of saving, you know. Like a little earlier I used not to save, like I used just to spend, you know,
like when you're like a baby, right, or you're dependent on your parents, they just give you spend, you know, when it gets over you'll ask for another cash, they'll give you. But now you're spending your money, now you have to be very cautious on how you use your money. Like I can say for me, like I knew I was an adult when on the money issue I started joining like the chamas. You see, like chamas, we used to see our moms, like most of them were in the chamas, and we are like, hiyo ni kitu ya mama. But now I'm the mama now. I have to get into that shama in order to save at least, you know. We are making the money decisions wisely. So things like shamas really help. That's how you know right now, you know, I'm thinking of a chama.
You're an adult. Yeah?
I'm an adult, yeah.
Yes. For me, I knew that because every time I misused money, there's like a pinch I'll feel. You see, when you're using your dad's or your mom's money, you don't feel anything. You're just spending without thinking where it came from. But now that you're working for it, you know how it comes. It doesn't come easy. You'll be very careful while spending.
Yeah. On that money issue again, I can say I knew I was an adult when it's like illegal to ask your parents for money.
You know, right?
It just feel like, how do I start? Like, it's very, very actually on my part right now. It's very difficult for me to ask for money from my parents. I just feel like it's illegal. I don't know why, but I just feel, no, you know what, no, you need to have your own money. You just don't have to be asking for money from your parents every time. You see, my younger sister is asking for money. Again, me asking for money, and they've been giving me. So it's just feels so illegal. Exactly. Yeah. I can say we've been discussing your point, right? I can say I knew I was an adult when I started taking care of my medical bills. My medical bills. Like, I'm sick and my dad is like, have you gone to the hospital? Like, bro, you haven't given me money, and that hits, you know what? So you're an adult. You have to go to the hospital alone. You have to lipa. You have to have your own NHIF. You pay for it and all that. Oh no.
Actually, kitambo, I used not to think such things count in life. Wait until you're the one going to the hospital and paying. Actually, on that point, I can add, I knew I was an adult when I have to take myself to hospital. Because even when I was an adult, my mom used to take, like, I can't even stay where I'm sick. She has to say it for me.
To comfort you. But right now it's like, oh, now see.
Imagine, like I'm in high school, a form 4 girl being taken by the mom to the hospital. She's the one to say. Actually, sometimes the doctors used to say, she's the one who's sick, let her talk. And then I can't. Like my mom is
there. Yeah, she knows I'm sick. She knows me well, you know.
Yeah.
But right now, you just take yourself and you're like, oh no.
And you pay for it.
You pay for it. Actually, your health. Oh no.
I know, right?
That is really something that I'm an
Guys,
adult.
actually, that's something you guys should like invest in your health.
Yeah, health,
Make sure you have
exactly.
like some, I don't know, insurance or something. Like right now, even if you can't afford the private insurances, you can try and have like an NHIF. It's
Yeah.
a bit cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, NHIF people pay monthly, right?
Yeah, they
from
pay
500.
monthly.
So that is something you
And you can
afford,
get
really.
services from anywhere as long as they take that.
And don't wait until you get sick, that seriously sick, then you start thinking about the NHIF thing. No, just start right now. Even if you are healthy, just start paying for your NHIF. It can save you later in life.
Good health is something you can't compare to anything.
Exactly.
So on the other point, I knew I was an adult when I look back and I look at maybe my past classmates or people we used to school with. Maybe someone has kids, someone is with their partners. Okay, someone else is, I don't know, doing something illegal. Okay, not so illegal, but and then I look at us and then I'm like, and you know. So if your friends are not doing something illegal, maybe they're living their best life according to what you can see on social media, because honestly, social media is just a highlight. People just post their ups there. They don't post their downs, and you feel like, Connie, my life is just stagnant, nothing is happening, you know.
Yeah, exactly. When like you see your age mates, like is it your peer group?
Your peers.
Yeah, like they are getting babies and you ask yourself, aren't we babies? Then it hits you, no, you are not a baby anymore, you are an adult. So yeah. So we know now we are adults. Okay, I can say like I knew I was an adult when like my parents started engaging me in serious conversations. Like when your parent, for me especially my dad, when my dad tells me like, you know what, no, I'm planning to do this and this and this, what's your opinion on this? And I'm like, oh, so I'm included in such conversations, and it feels, oh, now you're an adult. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I can add on that one, but I feel like because there's a time, okay, I don't know, okay, I am like past 2 years from 2021, 2021, now we are in 2023. So there's something that happened and I felt left out and I thought I was an adult, but like, okay, right now is when I'm realizing then maybe they didn't count me as one.
Yeah, like they didn't
Yes,
ask for your opinion
they
on
didn't ask
whatever
for my
happened.
opinion, and I was so mad because it happened. But right now I'm in peace with that. So yeah.
Yeah, so me, I think when our parents actually include us in serious conversations or in serious plans, they are in things that they are planning to do, and they like, oh, what can you add on this? What can you say about this? That is something that tells you know what, you're now an adult and your opinion matters.
You can now start helping in deciding and making important decisions in the, at home.
Exactly.
I realized I was an adult when like right now there are things that I wanted to have achieved in like right now back
like
then.
when you are younger.
Yes, when I grow like up, when I was in high school, I was saying maybe after, okay, in future I will want to go to this campus, do this course, but then whichever campus I went to is not maybe what I have wanted. Whichever course I did, okay, yeah, that's what I wanted. So I wouldn't say that is not, but then I used to say this is the kind of job I'll want to do, this is what I would want, or rather, let me just choose a practical example. When we were small, everyone used to say maybe I want to be a doctor, I want to be this and that, but then now that I'm in the moment, yeah, I am maybe doing something completely different from what I've ever envisioned myself doing.
Yeah, the reality of being a young adult, like whatever you planned when you were a baby is not whatever you'll achieve maybe when you're an adult. It's completely different at some some point.
Yes, and now it hits you bad when you realize that what you're doing is is what determines whether your future is progressing, whether you're stagnant, whether you get the cash, or whether you're broke.
Okay, on what you've said about the dreams we had when we were babies, I can say, okay, as long as they turned out differently, but I can't say like we are now in our future and it's completely what's that, like we are only 24.
But you see, that's why I was talking about short-term and long-term goals. Like short terms is what we are in right now. It's not really the future, but you know, you're on your way there.
So at least right now I can say like, you know, this determines whether I'll be broke forever or I'll be rich. We still have a long way to go, so we are still growing. We are only 24. We are still young. We are young adults, right? They say life starts at 40.
And they also say you saying that I come from a humble background ends at 30. After 30, you're the humble background.
We are the humble background. Okay. So I can also say like I knew I was an adult when some restrictions were removed like from my end, like you know, when I was like a baby or a small girl, like 7 aingenipata nje ya nyumba 7 snow, hapo nishapigiwa simu, where you, mbona uko kwa nyumba, all that stuff. But right now, unafika nyumba kwa nyumba 9 and no one asks you like umekuwa wapi, hata wataki kujua umekuwa wapi,
bora umekuja.
Bora umekuja, and I'm like, oh, so kwa hii nyumba naweza kuja 9 and nothing will happen, okay. But hiyo kitambo when you are like babies and small girls, unakuja 7 unakileleshwa and you know what, this is wrong. But right now you come and no one asks you, and then you know, oh, I'm an adult now, I can come at 9 and no one will ask me, oh, okay. Or like the way we used to say, like when you are like small babies and girls and whatever, like you ask for permission. Mom, mko na event na mabeshte wenu sato and it's Monday, una ask for permission Monday. Mom, sato naweza fanya hivi, naweza fanya hivi. So your sato you wake up early, you know the chores you're supposed to do, you harakisha ukijua ikifika saa 8 inafaa nitoke ndio mama nikubalishe. Hizi nikubalishe kama sijafanya this chores, but right now you just say, oh, I'm going to so and it's just okay. It's not like you asking permission or anything, you're just telling them, you informing them I'll be at this place, but not really asking permission, you know. So such things make me realize that I'm an adult.
Yeah. So on my part, I'll say I knew I was a young adult when things like maybe being out there, being so loud, social don't interest me anymore. Like I enjoy my own private time. Like I came to realize when I'm an adult, because for some reasons I used to hate reading books, but nowadays I find myself enjoying it. And maybe just reading books, being alone in my room and having some coffee. Yeah.
Actually, I can say on that, like you used like to see people like clubbing like every time, and you're kuna maisha poa. Then you're now at that age, and you just like, mbona nitoke?
So good about it anyway.
Nitoke, I go there in noisy places. See, I just relax at my place, and you're like, oh, nimeanza kuzeeka.
Uzee unabisha.
What else can I say? Like, I knew I was an adult when you start making plans, like, you know, moving out of the house. Then when it starts hitting you, know what, no, at this age, kwa babako, like, you should rent your house. Then you realize, you know what, I'm really aging and I really need to do this.
You need to have your life.
Yeah, exactly. Like, si ati kila saa ukwe hapo na wazazi around a lot. Sometimes hata unaweza feel kama burden to your parents, you know.
It's only that they can't tell you.
They can't tell you, but pia wana wish labda someday you just tell them, you know what, dad, nimepata bedsitter pahali, then I'm hammering. So they'll be like, oh, we are glad, we are proud of you. Ushangae, kwani mlikuwa mnangojea hii moment? Yeah, obviously your parents can't tell you, like, you know what, it's time, you have to go out there and all that stuff.
There are some who can. Especially, especially when maybe you are a dunderhead. You know, there are people who don't do things until you tell them. And of course, your parents know you. If you're that kind of a person, they will. They won't come and tell you at just move out. They'll tell you, why don't you be like so and so? And maybe that so and so has already moved out.
So
Yes.
like, you know what, you should make such steps. Kama nani. Oh, okay. But me, if my parent tells me like, you know what, no, inafaa uende kwako, mi nitaona hiyo nikaa
Me, I will
nanifukuza.
even ask, kwani mnanifukuza?
Hey, inakaa rude. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, so such things like moving out, when they start hitting your head or something, or your mind, then you start thinking you are now an adult, you know.
And of course, when you
Those are
start
things
thinking about moving out, you should have thought first about the being, self-aware of, your cash,
yeah,
how it's coming along because-
financially.
So for me, as a young adult, I've learned that there's no need to rush the process. When you see your peers and your friends are progressing, don't try to do something that is impossible for you to get to their, place, or for you to be like them, or try to fit in, or maybe you have a group of friends who are doing certain things, and for you to be able to fit in, you need to do them, and you're not even able to do that. I mean, you don't have the ability to like be in their class. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like,
you
take
see,
your
like
time.
someone has bought a car and you're like, oh, even me nafaa nikuwe nanunua gari saizi. No,
ama
your
she's
time has
my
not-
age.
Exactly. Usikakuwe na pressure na life. Actually, they say clap for others, your time will come. And another thing, I want to contradict myself. You can clap for them na bado time yako isifike. It's not like ni must time yako
No,
ifike.
work towards it.
Yeah,
You can't
you can
just
work
clap for
towards it.
people and you're just stagnant to the tu ukingoja time yako ifike.
You should, you should make an effort. At least make an effort.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Na unajua Mungu work different. Sometimes hizi ni vitu za Mungu hatuwezi force. We don't know what God has in store for you. I don't know what God has in store for me. I don't know what God has in store for you. So nikiona wewe umebarikiwa nisione oh no, sasa pia mimi inafaa nikuwe kama Kaisley. No.
And whatever path I took to get there might not be the same path you're required to take for you to get, to the same place.
Exactly. Yeah, wewe unaweza tumia hii long cut, mimi nitumie shortcut na wote tu.
And furthermore, you see people prospering out here, but you never know what they went through for them to get to us,
or what they are doing right
Or
now,
what they are doing.
Yeah. So as much as this can be maybe heartbreaking or anything, I don't know how it feels, but I knew I was an adult when I can't tell my parents everything. Like right now, kuna mtu anaweza ni heartbreak. Kijana ya Farao ani heartbreak, like I'm going through like a serious heartbreak, but I can't tell my mom or my dad.
Why?
No, utasikia asubuhi snow and wash you wake up and your mom is telling you go wash the
But I feel like our African parents have so much African is in them. Like you will tell someone that I'm heartbroken and they're like, unadhani mimi nimevunjwa mara ngapi?
Exactly. So you might be hurting like wenyewe, or you are even going through a friendship breakup or something. Kuna tu kitu imekuchukiza or something of the sort, but you can't open up to your parents and they act as if it's like uko normal. Now at that point where uko hurting, now you just have to suffer with your feelings, or you tell your friend who's not even going to help you, like the way you could run to your parents when you are young and they comfort you or something of the sort. Right now, unajua tu mimi ni mtu mkubwa saa hizi, I have to sort out this issue. I have to make the decision.
I feel like you see the difference we have with our parents. They are like generation millennials. See, I think they are millennials as we are Gen Z. Now, can you imagine? They cannot. You expect them to understand you? No, they cannot
that's
understand you.
heartbreaking.
Like sometimes they can't understand why are you not able to eat because of a heartbreak. You expect your mom to understand that?
You see, No,
Yeah.
me, I find that heartbreaking, even though it's part of adulting, but it's so heartbreaking. Like, I might be hurting, like seriously hurt, but I can't tell my mom because hata naanzia wapi? Sasa mom, tulipatana na huyu kijana, sasa amenifanyia nini ndio uweze but mi siwezi kosa kukula juu yako. Can I? Have I? Never.
But then that can only tell you be a better mom to your kids.
Yeah, at
Give them
least.
yeah. I know you're at a better state of understanding what they might be going through because you know you are in the same generation with them. Hata kama by that time maybe there will be another generation. At least you guys are close.
So as we sire, do we sire children? As we sire or give birth to kids, at least let us give them the comfort that they can be open to us about anything. And okay, there are some things you can be open to your parents, yes, hata kama sijui ni gani and all that, but kuna tu kale kamoja utaona hii siwezi mwambia, unaona.
Yeah, that's why in our past conversation I was telling you, in as much as I'm able to open up to my mom, I can't be able to tell her
Everything, exactly.
Yeah.
And you really, at that moment, maybe you just need someone older to guide you, to comfort you, like someone
or
your
someone
mom.
you feel like can be able to understand me.
Yeah,
someone,
yeah.
I don't know.
But now you just can't. So you just have to suffer with your feelings inside. You just have to be hurting and no one knows. I think that part of
And
adulting
heal.
is really.
By the way, you never get to heal because you never open up.
But they say healing is a process. It can take even years for you to heal about something small.
But you see, if you have some things eating you up from inside, it's hard for you to even heal. Like those are things that will be coming up after every now and then.
Yeah. So that part of adulting, as much as it's heartbreaking, but it teaches you how to be an adult and to make serious decisions about your life or some things happening in your life without involving like your parents.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for watching our video up to this point. We don't take that for granted. We really do appreciate, and please make sure that you hit the like button, you know, if you have loved it.
And of course, you can add on some of the things that taught you you're an adult, you know, that made you realize that you're an adult, or that the realities that you're going through as a young adult.
Yes.
Thank you.
See you on our next one.